Hello and welcome to Travelers, episode 10, the one before Guardian Con. I am your moderator and co-host, the Helmet Fire, and joining me this evening is CrayZJaye, Contrabang, and Angel Zero. How's it going, guys and gal?
Doing
Pretty
great. Doing great.
All right.
Doing great. Sorry.
Yep. All right. Mr. Erik Digital could not join us this evening. He is a little under the weather. We wish him the best. Make sure you check him out on Twitter, Erik underscore digital underscore. Send him your well wishes. We're gonna hopefully see him back next week. Hopefully he's feeling better. So we got a great show this evening. We got the June 17th update to talk about. We have some raid boss speculation and Guardian Con coming up in literally a couple of days. So hyped for that. How about you guys? I know Jay is.
Oh yeah, I'm very excited. Cannot wait.
Yeah, got a lot of
I'm
As
stuff.
a, as, as a
excited, but
as a person who's always wanted to go to Guardian Con and never has, I'm excited for you guys. I mean, there's always something that comes up and I can never make it. So 2 years in a row and counting.
Sorry to hear that, man.
Well,
We gotta
hopefully next year we can all be there, and we're gonna be shooting for that with some other fundraising stuff down the road. So more on that in a later episode. But kicking it right off into our first topic, which is going to be kind of a lengthy one because we got some good bullet points to go over, is going to be the July 17th 1.2.3 DMG from Bungie today tweeted out some bullet points, patch notes that are going to be for this update that he tweeted out during the Guardian Con charity live stream earlier today, I believe it was. And the first one was the ability to preview sparrow trails and spawn in effects. I'm really happy about that one. What do you guys think?
go.
Yeah.
go. Okay, I'll go. No, I think it's really cool. I think it adds something that the sparrow needed. Like, since they took away our ability to maneuver, like when you used to press the joysticks and you used to go left or right or something like that. I think it'd be cool to add something like that, and hopefully they add back the.
I don't think they're adding anything. I think they're just adding.
No, it's they're just showing the, like, when you look at your sparrow, like you can preview what the contrail
Yeah.
looks like. Yeah.
Yeah.
Um
I
and then
I like to know what I'm buying before I buy it.
right, like
Yeah.
the Vespulazer exotic sparrow that has like the Warmind energy coming out of it. Like that would be way cool to see ahead of time. That way you knew if you wanted to get it or not from the Eververse, like when they have the direct buy options. So
Hmm.
I think that's really cool. Same thing with the transmat effects. It says spawn in effects, but he means transmat effects. So like there's one with the you get from the Zol strike. That's like a Zol, and I haven't even seen it yet. But if I could
What?
preview it, that would give me incentive to go grind that strike.
Wait, what?
Uh,
There's a Zol one? I didn't know that.
Yeah, see, that's what I'm saying. People didn't even know, so it's like, you know,
you,
but
you guys know my spot. I mean, like I said, before, they used to take 3 seconds to load, and now any sparrow that has, the perk takes less time to summon is my sparrow. Straight arrow. I mean, really, who wants to? He's in the middle of a firefight with some cabal on your butt, and then you have to wait 3 seconds for this thing to. No, you're dead. You're dead. No, take my hand out. Sparrow's there. I get on it. I am gone. It's like getting used to playing Warlock after you've done, Hunter for so long. It's crazy because where's the invisibility? I find myself just teabagging randos when in reality what I want to do is shade step.
Big step.
The same thing with sparrows. I got used to just sticking my hand out, and then saying, Accio broom, and there it is.
Harry Potter
Wow.
reference. Love it.
Yeah, the next thing was the Sturm catalyst. So the Sturm exotic hand cannon is getting the catalyst released, and it says the way you will be able to get it is to just defeat enemies on Nessus. Pretty straightforward. Is anybody using that hand cannon? Because
I used it in the beginning.
Not at all.
Because when I was a kid, and this, I had one of these toy pistols, and one was modeled after the German weapon, which the Sturm is modeled on. And this sort of reminds me of my childhood. But then again, it's a type of weapon that doesn't really do much.
Not at all. I forgot
It's
what
in my inventory.
I forgot what it does. Like
it's yeah. See, you don't even remember.
I forgot
You
all about
pair
it.
it with the Drang sidearm. So the point, the play on the weapon is it's pretty much nothing in terms of its exotic perk without the Drang legendary sidearm, and basically you have
Oh
to get the kills with
yeah.
the Drang, and that will load a overpowered bullet in the Sturm, and it turns it into a 2-tap if you get both headshots. It's super situational. I mean, it creates a really cool skill gap, but it's so niche that I just there's just no practicality in it. It was a great idea on paper
This is
that
cool.
just nobody cares, unfortunately.
It's a star. Hail Hydra and all that.
Yeah.
What?
I don't know where that came from.
It's just yeah, the whole thing. It's like a German offspring of
I'm just
bastard
waiting.
weaponry.
I'm waiting on a Captain America shield to fly out of the screen and hit Contra in the head.
Cat to punch it
Because
in
it's
the
his
face.
destiny, it would be a Titan. It would be a Titan.
I
shield.
know, yeah, Captain Sentinel. Speaking of which, shout out
Sentinel.
to Faisal Meki for making that poster. That was cool.
Mm-hmm.
The next little bullet point here was the momentum modifier is going away. Thank God. Remember this one where like you have to sprint around to get your health back? Yeah,
Oh,
that's
yeah.
Oh,
going
I
that's
hate
going
Yep.
away.
that one.
It's going away.
I didn't mind it too much. It made it interesting, but yeah, I mean, if it's gone, cool. I'm not complaining.
Jay, you're off the show. Goodbye. No, I'm
Mm-hmm.
just kidding.
If it's gone, I'm not complaining. Yeah, everybody hates it. There's nothing worse than
Do
being
they?
trapped in what's this guy? I'm forgetting the Vex raid boss and
Atheon.
Pyramidium. No, the Pyramidium guy.
Oh,
Uh,
Brachion.
is it Brachion?
Okay,
Yeah.
I'll go with
The
that.
big hobgoblin.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Anyways,
Brachion.
there's nothing like being surrounded by Vex that are spawning and having no health, and then okay, so do I stay here and die, or do I step out there and die? It's like it doesn't really give you a choice.
Yeah.
But yeah, glad it's gone. Get it out of there. While you're at it, why don't you take airborne too?
Yeah. Why don't you just take all the ones that
I
don't
didn't-
help me?
I didn't mind it. I don't know. I didn't mind it.
What do you?
No,
Any-
it's I like the challenge. I mean, like I like the idea that it makes you play differently, which is always a good thing for Destiny. The problem is it's just one of those modifiers that after the first couple of times you do it, you're kind of over it, and then you're like, oh, okay, look, I don't want to sprint everywhere. Like there's 85 million Vex, like Contra said, just swarming me. Running's probably not the best idea right now. you know? And what
Okay,
about
yeah,
that
makes
rift the
sense.
Warlock just threw down to help me out? I can't use it because I gotta. Yeah, hold on. like, like,
yeah, spoken like someone who has a carpal tunnel on their fingers from playing Destiny grinding too much.
dude, I have carpal tunnel from writing all tonight's notes on my booklet here. Like, pretty much like I was writing so fast because my ISP was taking a crap, which is why we were late tonight. And I'm writing these notes so fast, I'm like burning a hole in the paper. I'm like, damn. But all right, so for those that like escalation protocol, they are adding a smart loot system that essentially the more times you kill the final boss, the higher chance you have of getting a weapon drop. So that's really great because
That makes sense.
I actually haven't even done an EP run yet. I haven't had excuse me, enough time to get on with a big group of people to really help me do it because I'm still not even max light, so it's a challenge for me. So
How
that's
dare
actually
you?
good there. I can't help it, man.
How-
I'm switching jobs. You know what? I have a lot of things that have been
Hey,
going on
how-
lately.
how-
Okay, trying to
how-
get to Guardian
how-
Con because that's more important than everything else in life. And
How dare you?
wait,
By the
did I say
way,
that out loud?
by the way, how dare you? By the way,
How dare you
I
not
need
have a life?
I need help. By the way, I'm not too so.
Well, if you were on PlayStation 4, and we weren't so segregated over here.
I'm not.
Bungie, make it happen. Crossplay. Make it happen.
Cross save. That way I can load up the game on Xbox or PC and just bam, all my shit's there.
Cross
That would
save.
be
Cross save is a start. I prefer crossplay, but cross save is definitely a start.
crossplay would be good too. I mean, yeah, it would alleviate the ultimate problem, but let's face it, dude. Sony's just got a branch up their ass and they're not gonna do it. So
Dude.
we might as well just get so Bungie can step in and be the hero and say, all right, we'll give you cross save.
Just
But
just the other day, dude, I had a great experience gaming Fortnite. I had my two friends, my two friends from back home in Jersey playing on Xbox, And my other friend on the Switch, I was on PC. It was great, man. It was awesome. I wish every game was like
That
that.
is cool that it's on
Mhm.
Switch now and all that. Yeah, that crossplay is really nice for that, man. You know, they're setting the bar for sure. I just think that the thing I wonder why Bungie might not do cross save. I wonder if it's some kind of well, it would create a problem with Sony's exclusivity crap
Yep,
because think about it,
exactly.
like what if I'm loading up a PlayStation Strike, but now y'all can't come in because reasons, you know? Like I think that's probably why they don't do it, to be honest. That's the only reason that makes sense to me.
It's Sony's deal. I mean, it's a
I
Sony
know,
deal.
yeah, it would make their deal look bad with exclusivity. I think they won't touch it because of that, to be
Exactly.
honest.
Yeah.
It's the same reason why the Xbox One X won't get past 30 FPS. They can handle it, but it can't. They're not gonna do it because, well, number
Yeah,
one,
the kind of
PS.
market competition. Yeah, yeah, who knows?
Yeah,
Anyway, moving on. So the next thing they're adding is the Osiris Forge weapons will become available for direct purchase from
Mhm.
Brother Vance after you have acquired Sagir's Ghost Shell, i.e., finished out all the Forge weapons.
I haven't
So
done it yet.
that's actually really good because I've gotten all of them and I've been so scared to delete them because I had no way to get them back. You know.
We get
Yeah.
all the moves. Nah,
Right.
that's a good idea though. That's
I
actually
wanted
really
the
cool.
Ghost Shell, bro. It's cool.
I want that Ghost Shell too. I think I might.
Yes.
I think I'm missing. You need the shotgun, right? The very last one to get all of them. Like that counts.
Perfect paradox.
Yeah, I need that one. That's the last one I need. I think. I get that
Yeah.
actually.
I think you know, people are raving over the Icolo shotgun because it's like rapid fire and all that, bro. Perfect Paradox is essentially the same gun. I mean, I don't know about the stats. I haven't looked at them, but I mean, the rate of fire is sure as hell the same. And you know, it's been pretty easy to smoke PVE enemies with it. That's for sure.
I think
I
everyone's doing PvE now.
I ran around at Mayhem Clash just the other day with Perfect Paradox. I mean, I was two tapping fools everywhere on the map with the Perfect Paradox. Just koof, koof, just run around. Koof, koof, just it was great.
The only thing I've seen all week about Mayhem was people being salty about people using tractor cannon and night stalkers. Hilarious. Like, like
Yeah.
only people who hate their mothers use night stalker and tractor cannon and Mayhem. It's like, damn, okay.
Well then. Um. All right.
Yeah, they're pretty
So
angry about it.
the next bullet point that DMG put out was Iron Banner. This is interesting. This is interesting. By the way, Iron Banner is live right now for the reset, which was today. So it's back on if you need to grind out those ornaments. I will probably not be, but that's okay. But what they're adding after 1.2.3 goes live, they are adding. It says Iron Banner will use Iron Temple fire pits as capture zones uh and or yeah, as the capture zones instead of using the flags like we see them now. And there wasn't much elaboration on that, but I remember being in the Iron Temple, and they're like these square fire pits that you saw kind of here and there. We actually had to go to them and hit them in D1 in Rise of Iron to kind of like activate the social space. And so I'm not sure how they're gonna, I guess maybe they're, what do y'all think about that? Like, are they going to put the fire pits where the flags were, and now they're just fire pits, or is it going to be scattered around? What do y'all think they're going to do with that?
I don't know. That's it sounds like there's it sounds like they're gonna put just fire pits by for the points or for the capture points. That sounds pretty interesting though. That sounds pretty cool. I like it.
I like that it plays into the theme of Iron Banner, but
Exactly.
I wonder if it's going to actually change anything.
Uh, Gameplay wise, probably not, but like visually wise, like theme wise, it makes sense. That's pretty cool.
Visually
Angel,
wise, I think it's gonna be really good. Because,
like what?
it goes with the whole Iron Temple thing. Because
Mm-hmm.
those fire pits are a huge part of the Iron Temple. And then there was that one um, fire pit in the middle where you could jump across the map
That's
I remember
right.
that.
and
I
get
remember
on
that.
that
Yeah,
tower.
you, you get the Eisenfire token and throw it in the fire, and then whee!
Good
So,
times.
Exactly.
it'd be
You like
cool
hit the
if you
ground
could
guard.
have a token or something and you could put it in like one of the flags or fire pits and then you could like jump from there or something and get somewhere else really
Eh,
quickly.
I think that would be too much. Like this, that'd be not fair. Be unbalanced. I think it'll be
Oh,
fun, but it'll be
true.
pretty
It'd be fun
unbalanced.
though.
It'll definitely be fun.
Unbalanced.
Yeah, like okay,
So
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 the
let's
theme
say
of D1 was nerf everything. The theme of D2 is unbalance everything.
true. Like
Pretty
okay, so
much.
so
Pretty much.
so let's say you get this token by doing something. I don't know. So you tell me, yeah.
Hey, buddy. Welcome to Travelers.
They tell me you have a
No.
token and you can transfer someone else the map and I can't. That's not fair.
Oh, well, if they were going to do that, they'd obviously have to have some rule sets to it, but I just think
Yeah.
it'd be fun to see some implementation, of course. Um, the next thing they said was they're reworking the directory. So this is kind of a cool thing because right now we have to hi baby. There's a baby on the show. Uh, they have like you pull the tab up on the left of your screen and there's these, all your milestones. So they're getting away from that format UIs, like the way the UI is, I guess. So now that's going to be the destinations themselves, i.e. the planets. If there's something going on, it'll like flash, and then you can open it up and look at it, whether it's a flashpoint or something else. So that's the way they're going with that, which I think is really nice because instead of that tab over with the current system, I think it'll be more streamlined and make more sense. Um, and then that leads into the reset. So they are changing up the reset a little
Yes.
bit. This is a
That's
really
pretty
good one.
cool. Yeah.
So the raid will still be on the regular Tuesday weekly reset that we're used to, but a lot of the other activities like the flashpoint and I believe the nightfall as well will be on a 4-day rotation. So every 4 days, we'll get a reset. So that's going to be really good for chasing powerful gear and
Yep.
helping us level and give us more to do during the week. What do you
I
guys
also
think?
wonder if that's related to some statistics about raid completions and people doing LFG.
Well, I don't. Is the raid gonna be affected by it?
No.
No, no, but the only way that you could do everything in a week, you had your crucible, you had your strengths, you had your nightfall, and you had your raid. And how many people are actually completing all of those? That would be an
True.
interesting
True.
statistics. Before in Destiny 1, they used to release statistics on everything. Even
Mm-hmm.
even oh, when people are shot, it's surprising, but they jump. Look, we have 70 percentage. And they would
Yeah.
like show where in the maps people would jump and quantify everything.
I remember those.
Uh,
Yeah.
We
so now
actually
it's
have
like
a statistic on
we're
how
making
many.
this choice, but we're not telling you why. But it
Yeah.
just opens it to the imagination. From my perspective, I'm not playing that often, so being able to just log in and do 6 strikes in a week and level up, that's fine. I log in for 30 minutes, do the crucible bounties, I am done, I'm out. That's great for people like me, and I'm assuming there are more of me who have been adopting this pattern where Destiny was your main and only game to now you're playing 5 different games. Who's moving the bucket? It just sounded like somebody was like, taking some trash out and being like, hold on, I put my notes somewhere.
Yeah.
Yeah, but back to the whole reset. That's actually pretty cool. So it's not raids. It's basically everything else besides the raid, right?
Well, they didn't go into a lot of detail. They said
Okay.
the flashpoint for sure, and I believe I saw the nightfall in there. But and they did say like crucible milestones too.
That's awesome. That's cool.
Yeah,
Okay. Yeah. So that's
yeah.
actually really good. I like that idea.
Well,
It
yeah. I
gives you
mean,
something to chase
yeah,
throughout the
because
week.
yeah, I totally agree with this. Because all those, like Contra was saying, like all those things are what you do to get to the raid for that week. So it just gives you a second chance in that week to gear up, to get ready. And this is going to be especially good for when Forsaken comes out because the max light's 600. The max we're going to be able to get to before that is 400 if we grind our asses off with the new Solstice of Heroes event and then the Prestige raid layers. Like the Prestige raid layers are coming with this July 17th update, and they're going to introduce light level 400 weapons. Um, there you go, Contra.
What the
Just
heck?
threw up an emote of the synced dance and just throwing the shoulder.
Mm, 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 mm,
Yeah.
mm.
So, that, more loot. Hey, loot for everybody, right? What is that Cade said? And there will be a ton of loot. Yeah,
There you
well,
go.
that's a step
He
in the right
lied.
direction.
There it
Poor
is.
Cade. Damn it.
What are you guys talking about? He's always alive. He's right here with
I
me.
love you, son of a bitch. Yeah, Ripcade. But all right, so that was the majority of the patch notes that they put out. Um, so this is where we're gonna get into some tinfoil hat speculation.
Ooh.
Commence like speculation turned on. So a tweet from Joe Blackburn, Destiny 2 raid designer, said, and I'm going to pull it up because I don't want to misquote this. He says, bear with me while I stall for time. Sorry about that. Okay, quote. So Holtzman is now asking if he can get the final Forsaken raid boss on his tattoo that he has to get, but I don't want people bothering him for spoilers. And also, I think she's way too pretty to go where that tattoo is going. Okay, the key word there is I, I the final raid boss. He thinks she's way too pretty to go where the tattoo's going. So that right there raises a lot of questions. The raid boss is a she apparently, and she's very pretty. Go ahead, let loose.
Savathun.
Marsoff.
Savathun. She could be pretty. Who knows?
So the
What the
Constance got
hell
set
is
it up.
this?
I don't know
Oh.
the
I
whole
got
thing,
yeah,
but
I got the whole Reddit. Maybe
Oh,
people
boy.
can see it if I zoom in. But
There you
the
go,
whole
what you got
Reddit
there?
spoiler, so basically, everybody's like, "Oh, it's Marasov," but the best one I like is
that fucking guy.
Cade's mom.
Yeah, yeah. I said
Cade's
that one.
mom. Okay.
Cade's mom.
Cade's mom? Are you serious?
Wow.
Yeah,
How
there you
would
go.
they? How would they think it's Cade's mom?
Or
Space mom. No Cade.
Space mom.
No Space Mom and no Mara would be the worst. Space
Reddit,
Mom?
you're
Question
racist
mark?
just a little bit, but you know
I,
what?
So there,
it could be it could be Marasov. I mean, when I heard she first I thought it was Savathun, but then she's too pretty.
It ain't. Look, no
Uh,
offense. It ain't Eris. She ain't pretty, bro.
Yeah.
Those three eyes bleeding, taking energy.
Hey.
Like it just doesn't. It's
Hey.
not a good first date type of
Maybe
setup. You know.
some guys are into three eyes. I don't know.
Here,
Know.
here's the
I don't know.
bleeding black liquid though, like oozing out of her. It's like she needs to blow her nose, except it's her eyes. Like, yeah, like so. Okay, so what I think. Okay, so we hear pretty and she, and of course, a lot of people. I totally could see how it could be Morosov.
For
Like,
sure.
well, she's very powerful because her with her Techians summon those Harbinger crazy blue space balls of energy that tried to take out the Dreadnought and it didn't really work. So she's super powerful. Also, Uldren, Uldren just killed Cade. Uldren
Mhm.
has
Yeah.
never shown to do anything outside of the Queen's wishes in the past. So it's very conceivable, right? Now a lot of people think maybe it's Savathun because there's this taken infestation, and they even did say in the Game Informer articles, which we could talk about a little bit, that over the course of the first few weeks, the Dreaming City will get progressively more infested with taken energy, and the enemies will get harder. So if it is Savathun, I wonder. Okay, that's cool. I didn't know a hive god would be pretty, but we don't know. We haven't seen her. So there's that.
He could also say like when he says pretty, he could just mean like sarcastically pretty. Like, yeah, she's too pretty. Be sarcastic.
That's
Yeah,
not
yeah.
me. Okay. Anyways,
All
I don't know how I
that.
feel about Marasov making a comeback as a possessed demon.
Possessed, taken.
That
Oh yeah, there's a
Um,
lot of people saying
ruins the
Uldra might
story
be
for me.
taken as well.
I mean,
I'm pretty sure it's gonna be something like that, where she, took some of the darkness or whatever, and or she almost died when she tried to destroy Oryx, and the only way that she could be saved was, by putting some little darkness in her, and her brother didn't want to lose her, and he put the darkness in her to save her. you know. I would totally go for that one of those angles, but it's kind of it's a come on. Can you guys think about something else? I mean, we got a whole fleet of alien ships supposedly coming to get us. So, what about that?
Well, that's gonna be way after. I mean, like I don't know. I I think if she comes back as the main like raid boss, she probably as. Cause I remember like I said, I mentioned a few weeks ago about the interview with the actual voice actress. She said that she may come back as a like a pirate queen or something like that.
Pirate Queen, yeah,
Yeah,
and that
so
whole
I want
aesthetic that
I
they
want to
put
see
up,
that. I
yeah,
want to
that
see that.
concept art that everyone thought was Aldrin, but then they was like,
Mm-mm.
well, it can't be Aldrin because his hair's not white, and then
The
with the
the
white crow and everything.
and the boots that character that concept art is wearing is the same boot that Marcel wears. So
Right, the boots
it,
are the same, but then the what do you call it? The concept art or the poster that Bungie put out with Aldrin standing there holding the gun, he also was wearing that same outfit too.
okay, I don't.
So,
So either
so
way,
well, and then him and his sister wearing the same outfit, that wouldn't be too far fetched. I mean, if they're both being pirates and stuff, I mean, I guess wearing the same type of uniforms would make sense.
yeah,
Um, and then she does have the very silver blonde hair. So, um, they're
All right.
obviously making. There's one more point I want to make about it, but you know, the main campaign is going to be us chasing down Aldrin. Aldrin is the first like human-sized, guardian-sized antagonist that we've dealt with.
yeah,
And if they put Marasov as the raid boss, that would kind of play into that theme as well. And it actually would be a really cool twist because all of the raid bosses so far have been these hulking, huge, monstrous enemies. And if it's little bitty guardian size enemy, but she's stupid powerful, like that would be pretty. I would like to see how that played out. Like I think it'd be really cool.
sure. I like that idea. Um,
Yeah.
interesting. I once where this goes because like this is like Bungie said is a more personal story, a revenge story. So it'll make sense if like the big boss is someone like our size, not a big god like enemy. This revenge story is a personal story for our guardian, so it'll make sense.
Yeah, I think I don't know, man. I mean, if not if not Marasov or Savathun, then who the hell would it be? You know,
Shit got me off. I don't
No
know.
idea.
In a
Oh
holiday.
no.
Holiday. I'm the goal.
unless
Oh my
unless
god.
Psylocke the Defiled is a female. I don't
Oh
know.
my god. I mean,
Like,
sorry, like the filer.
Psylocke the Defiled.
Oh my god. Rest in peace, my ears.
Yeah, I know. Sorry. Yeah, that'd be
What was the guy's name? I forget.
Barracks?
Barracks.
No, yeah, Barracks.
Barracks, yeah.
His
Yeah.
sister or something.
He always spoke like he was, like talking out of a straw or something.
New raid boss. Yes.
Okay,
I mean,
wait,
but
I have a
a
question.
female raid boss would make sense. So far we've had Atheon, who is despite being sexless, is referred to as a he.
Yeah.
We had the prince, and then we had Oryx, and then we had Gaul, and now so the prince is Crota, and now we're left to pretty much. Then we had the Emperor, which turned out to be a robot, or maybe a clone of himself.
Oh,
into-
Callus. Yeah, we had
Callus, yeah.
Skolas too. That was a
Skolas.
dude.
I
Mhm.
have a question. I saw a couple of tweets from I think it's what was his name? Myerling Games. He
Mhm.
tweeted about the House of Exile.
Oh yeah.
Uh,
One of the barons, actually, one of the barons. I read up on this on Game Informer's article as well.
uh-huh.
One of the barons, or maybe more than one, something like that, are. I think they're all actually, yeah, they're all previous members of the House of Exile.
That's
and it
interesting.
and each one of them has a name and a lore tab, like more or less description. It's in the Game Informer article. I totally encourage everyone to check that out because it's actually really cool to like. They're not just eight barons.
I
They
like
have
that.
names. They have backstories. They're very descriptive, and half of them are female, and half of them are male.
I like that because like
Hmm.
the House of Exile was just that random house on Moon that no one really cared about. But like I feel like they were the most threat because they were
You know what, Jay? I cared. Okay,
well
they
I
had
mean
green cloaks, and they tried really hard to kill guardians. Okay,
that's
like they
a,
tried really hard.
they were a house of fallen that were on high territory and held their own without any backup. Like without it's like those guys could hold their own. So
Dude,
seeing them
one of
come
the
back,
barons, I think his nickname is like the Mind Bender. He's got like the electricity in his head, but he's
Mhm.
like
Mhm.
half fallen and half hive. And the backstory on him is really interesting too, because it talked about him falling down the Hellmouth, and he
What?
just like survived by learning their magic and stuff. And
Oh,
like
it's so
he
cool.
literally, you can see it on his character, like he's literally like hive infused fallen. It looks nuts.
That's so freaking cool. Oh
Hmm.
man, it's interesting. I
So
gotta
is
read
this
that.
a captain or a Kel?
Well, they're all barons. They're not kells. They're not. I mean, they're captain sized, but they're considered barons.
Hmm.
Like previously, like Archon slash captain level. Not maybe
Hmm.
not Archon, but like close to it. Like they're pretty beefy, but they're
Yeah.
gonna. To my understanding, they're gonna be really close to being like a mini strike boss. Each
Are
one of
they
them.
like they're like a step below Archon, right? There's like the
Kinda, yeah. I
yeah.
think it's
Okay.
Baron and then Archon or
Arch.
something like that. Yeah.
Okay.
They're not as huge as Archon. Archons are fucking massive, but
Yeah.
they're still really big. They're bigger than captains. And then you got the war what's the guy that is the fanatic. He's the one that has the lightning staff and actually resurrects all the fallen and stuff. That
Hmm.
he's the last one I think before Uldren. But yeah, so I'm yeah. If y'all get a chance, everyone in chat or whoever's listening, definitely read up on the Game Informer stuff. I mean, unless you don't want it spoiled. If you don't want it spoiled, don't look at any of it because it actually goes a little bit more in depth than most people would probably like. I mean, people like to find out the lore for themselves, and I totally respect that. But if you're cool with those details, they do have descriptions of each baron, and it's really really cool. It's a good read. Game Informer also has new footage up of the Tangled Shore and some lost sectors there, as well as some sneak peeks of some supers. And then they said tomorrow, I believe Wednesday, they're coming out with a feature video that will have coverage on all the new supers, like full in-depth coverage. So I will be personally checking that out because that Warlock
For
Kamehameha Blast
sure.
is freaking sick. It is so awesome.
Like
Like
you're so hyped about that. I'm just hyped about being a ninja. Can't wait for that.
dude, they had a
Mhm.
Bungie put out a little video showing the three that we're gonna be able to play at Guardian Con, and the animation of the Void Dancer Hunter, he like does this gainer backflip and pulls out these knives, and at the extension of him pulling out the knives, he goes invisible, and his eyes glow red for like 2 seconds. It's real quick. You have to go frame by, but it just looks. You're like,
Oh, I can't wait to
someone's about to
play,
die. Like,
dude. You know
yo, they gone.
you know we're gonna wait all day for that. You know that, right? That's like the last event I think for day one. I think if I'm not
Uh,
mistaken.
I'm pretty well. There's a tournament, but I think it's going to be open to play both days, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, yeah, but like I think let me check my.
Mistaken, get it? Yeah,
Ha
I'm
ha
fired.
ha ha ha. Yeah,
Womp
Lame.
womp.
so
Womp
it's
womp.
so the schedule for the first day of Guardian Con. The very last thing is for the first day is uh no St. Jude Mental. Yeah, Bungie presents Gambit. That starts at 5:45. So the thing I like about Guardian Con this year is we're gonna have multiple things going on at once. So Fireteam Chat
A
live stuff.
lot.
Yeah, Fireteam Chat starts at 5:30 and ends at 6:30. But
Dude,
then
do we have to have a
Bungie,
ticket for that? Because
I,
last year they had like a ticket or sign up, but you could just walk in. But if you're a VIP, you got front row seats.
I have no idea how it works this year, but
Me neither, because I would like to see Fireteam Chat live again.
I don't know. I might have to miss out on that because Bungie presents Gambit at 5:45.
So that I mean, I guess we're segueing into Guardian Con already, but that's perfect
My
because
bad.
that's about where we are for the show. Right. So today is Tuesday. Guardian Con is Friday and Saturday. I will be flying out Thursday morning, so I'll be there Thursday, and I'll catch up with you, Jay. Jay and I are both going again. This is gonna be a lot of fun. A lot of stuff, like Jay said. They have, geez, Digital Extreme, aka Warframe, is there.
Yep,
Fortnite is there. Ninja will be there. He
that's
has
gonna
a
be
new
crazy.
session both days. Um, there's Bungie's going to be there with playable version of Gambit.
They're gonna
I will be
have Ninja play
glued.
Destiny.
What what'd you say?
Are they gonna have Ninja play Destiny?
Nah, he's gonna play Fortnite.
I think honestly,
he,
I
he
think
he
if
used he used to play Destiny. He used to way back in the day.
I think if Destiny 2 grows into the comp scene that it probably eventually will, especially with folks like Jake Parker and the folks that Get Wrecked are pushing it through. Um, I could see Ninja and other streamers like that getting into it as it
My team and I.
evolves.
Hmm.
Um,
If
obviously,
you,
there's
like I
still a
said, if
time
you make it
for
a hero sport, all the heroes will come. That's the only thing missing right now in
Field
Destiny's.
of Dreams, baby. You build
Yeah.
it and they'll come.
No, no, you build it and they'll buy something else, and then you're screwed.
Oh,
You gotta be wary. You gotta, companies that make $1 million mistakes in these games when they build these games. And it takes a
yeah,
lot to keep servers and back end infrastructure and communications between games and rendering locally and whatnot. I understand when they explain these things as to why they can't give us 60 frames per second. I mentioned it again.
oh,
I'm keeping
60
up with my
frames.
promise of mentioning it on every podcast.
Yep.
60 frames per second on console.
So,
Go.
real quick, I want to take this question. So, Amethyst or Amethyst, forgive me if I mispronounce that. He or she asks, not sure if y'all previously talked about this, but who do y'all think will be the next Hunter Vanguard member? I know this is a big topic in the community. A lot of people, I mean, Anna Bray, a lot of people think Eris could, or
Why not
who,
me? Why
who's
not
the
me,
other
the
one?
guardian who saved the entire tower and was the only one with light and killed Callus and whatnot. Doesn't that get me a seat?
Ah,
Or I'm still the messenger boy. Oh, guardian, hey, I have an engine hidden in this place. Can you go get it?
It was actually a
Hey,
tight.
guardian,
It was
go secretly to Oryx's ship and put the transmat there. It's like, come on. I deserve a seat. I've done all this work.
it
I
was
earned it.
actually a warlock that did that. I
uh,
don't know if you knew this.
I heard it was a Titan. I don't know. Rumors
I know,
spread. Who
right?
knows? I don't know. Who knows what it is?
And
Um,
But you
I
guys are thinking about the trifecta triangle, Hunter, Warlock, Titan. I'm thinking about me, okay?
I'm thinking it's
Me.
Contrabang.
Yeah,
Just him.
yeah,
He showed up in
contraband.
the game.
Exactly.
in the
They
flesh.
rendered your
Next one should be Condra. There you go. We've
yeah,
settled this.
nice.
I
It's
don't.
settled.
I don't think it could be Eris. Eris.
3D body scan.
Yeah,
Eris isn't the guardian anymore. She lost her ghost, so
right.
it can't be her.
I think
Um,
Anna Bray makes a good fit. I think a lot of people say Shiro 4,
Shiro
which to
4.
me, I think Shiro would be well. So a lot of the speculation on Shiro is that he is the only one of these potentials that was already pre-affiliated with the Vanguard. His
Yeah,
title was Vanguard Scout, so he's kind of like the level right below Vanguard, right? He's like the next in line of succession. At least that's the way it seems, right?
he
So I
was.
think
He was Cade's apprentice too. Like I forgot who the Hunter Vanguard was before Cade. I forgot his name, but it was him, and then Cade was like his close friend. They were
Andal Brask.
yeah, yeah. So
That's who died and that Cade lost the bet to Andal Brask,
mm-hmm.
and that's how Cade became the Vanguard. But yeah, then Bife I think talked about this in one of his videos. He said, in terms of Shiro 4, if Shiro 4 did become the next Vanguard, then that would mean that he had made some kind of bet with Cade, similar to Cade and Andal Brask, that would have led to him becoming the next Vanguard. And if so, they're going to have to explain that in the lore and give us a canon Grimoire card of sorts to tell us that story, you know. But I think it'd be pretty cool.
I think Shiro makes the most sense to me.
I would be cool either way, to be honest, man. I mean, I think Anna Bray or Shiro would work really well. Um, I think there's about the only two, unless they bring somebody in completely new.
There's Anna Bray has too much like friction with Zavala, like not good friction at all. They don't get
Well,
along.
Cade didn't exactly go 100% with Zavala either, right?
I mean, well, Cade was just kind of like Zavala loved Cade. It's just like Cade was always too jokey around, and but Anna Bray is just always disobeying Zavala, which works out great for her. It works out great for us because we got the Warmind expansion, and we saw what
Got
happened
the
there.
sleeper simulant back and the
Exactly.
freaking javelin, the Valkyrie. Wow.
Exactly. So I don't know. I don't know if Anna Bray would be a good fit with them, with Ikora and Zavala. I don't know.
Well, I guess we've already actually established this Contrabang is the answer. So if we
You
can
know what?
just...
Yes. Yeah. Contraband. Your only hope. There you go.
There it is.
The guardian we deserve, but
Flex the muscles. Come on, do it.
Come on, come on.
Get to
I'm
the
your
Vanguard.
guardian.
Dude,
How
you're
did you got in?
dude, you're pretty.
Yeah.
You're more
So
jacked than I thought
we
you
had
were.
power over here, over there.
Over there. Yeah, Destiny things aside, I do have a couple of friends that it's like, hey, dude, let's take a picture. And you see everybody just standing like normal, right? And then
Yeah.
this guy's like, yeah, okay, everybody ready? All right.
Oh yeah, I know, right? He's like pushing the bicep out
You know,
more,
they're
so it's
they're
like
like,
more cool.
yeah, holding out a peace sign, but it's like,
Like
the biceps. Yeah. Yeah.
see how big it is? Look at the
Yeah,
size of this.
yeah.
It's like the size of you. Come on.
You're like, come on, dude, put your arm down. It's like, okay. And then, a second later, it's back up.
It's like, geez. But anyway. Yeah, the amethyst said, yeah, your body look like a tumor. Come on.
And yeah. And for those of you just listening, you missed a great spectacle.
Yeah.
Everybody
Yeah.
was putting out their pumps and showing off their arm.
Wow, I just realized that people are talking in chat. I had my chat pulled up like an idiot. Holy cow. Okay, I missed so much.
You had what?
He was looking at the wrong chat the whole time. It's like, why aren't people chatting with us?
Yeah, like you said,
It's like,
Mythius. I was like,
how do we have 130,000 viewers? Oh,
I was looking at my. I have Streamlabs pulled up. I guess Streamlabs has my chat pulled up for some reason. So I'm like, where you getting these comments from?
I know, right? This is phantom
mystery.
comments.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I am looking forward to more vault space as always. Seems like every other update they
Yes.
increase the vault space, which
shout out
somehow
to
we managed to fill.
shout out to Destin Legary from IGN Fireteam Chat, who literally was the community's like voice for Vault Space forever. He had a counter on stream on their show every week on the YouTube version that you could see that said how many days since Vault has been fixed. And it got way over 1,000, bro. It was ridiculous. And he championed that shit, and I gotta give him credit. It was funny. Like 1,000,000,000 days since, But yeah, 500 slots total. And then the collection system is gonna really help alleviate a lot of that. But then again, I truly firmly believe that we are going to end up being in a similar problem just because of random rolls. Like,
Yeah.
but I have
Mhm.
37 versions of my favorite gun. I can't let them go.
But
It's not that easy.
I still have
But-
that right now, and there is no random rolls right now.
But like
Yeah.
like so, the thing of random rows, at least that issue is good. That's a good issue to have. We have multiple guns, same guns, different rows. That's great. That's awesome.
Oh, we've got guns, all right. Hold
Here
on.
we go. Here we go again.
Hold on, let me come on, get up
The
there.
helmet fire is showing up his biceps to everybody on the chat.
Again. No.
Yeah.
No, hey, Josh Hamrick that's where the guns are. Josh Hamrick.
For real.
For real.
Okay.
But I don't like. I won't mind having vault space issue with random rolls. I hate having the issue. I hate having vault issues right now with static rolls. It's like I don't like to get rid of these
At
guns,
least-
but I got to because I have no space. And
At least the better devils will be able to have be brought up to 600 light.
yeah, I'm fine with that. It's cool.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
mean,
what I like now
yeah.
is what I like about the collection is now I can get rid of all of my stuff. I'm not doing it yet because I'm afraid because something might go wrong before Forsaken comes out.
Mhm.
I'm waiting until Forsaken comes out before I dismantle my stuff. But as soon as that happens, so much stuff I'm gonna get rid of.
You know what I'm
gonna
looking
clear half
forward
my
to
vault.
dismantling? Mines in the new strike that's going to take place in the Prison of Elders.
Oh no.
Thing.
That segue
This
though.
is, this is a real thing. There's a new strike coming in Forsaken that's going to be in the Prison of Elders, and the boss is going to be fought in one of the old boss arenas, and you're going to have to dismantle mines. And I swear to
Dismantle
God,
mines.
get ready
Yes.
for it. Dismantle mines, yeah.
Yes.
I cannot wait, dude.
Can
I love it.
you imagine just like
Die, file. So
can you imagine like you don't hear Varix the whole time, and then that's like you just hear him say dismantle mines. Just what the where are you, dude?
Or what if like okay, so the game of I hear something. Oh, the new Game Informer footage showed off a public event that they were doing, and I forget the name of Cryo Chamber or something, and literally this cell, a Prison of Elders cell, kind of like the old strike, it like shoots down like the Warsat does, and then the door like pops open and he jumps out, and you got to nuke him, right? And so we're gonna get dismantle mines in the new strike. I want that public event when it comes down to as soon as it beams in, and then Dinklebot's like a cell from the prison of elders. like, I want that back. like, because only D1 veterans will know that one.
Oh my god.
Yeah. And then literally we're all deaf, ears bleeding, and we're like, what did we do?
What? What? I can't hear you.
Yeah, I mean, the
Jesus.
mines
Oh,
were
man.
a pain, especially with what was his name, Skolas. Oh man,
Oh my god, dude.
I am forever deeply scarred by those mines and
Dude,
getting them dismantled.
I have a
Hell.
highlight on my Twitch channel. This is way before I got cam. This is way back in the day. I didn't even have a cam. I didn't have a PC, and it was just like us, me and my two friends trying to kill skulls for the first time. It was such a struggle, and we were like inches away from wiping, and then my friend clutched it. It was great. Skulls was ahead in the beginning, man.
I
Fun
love
times.
how when the Taken King introduced swords, that poison that was on you could just block, and it wouldn't work anymore. Like the poison didn't
Yep.
matter anymore. Dude, they found a way to cheese the Crota raid with that shit too. When
Yep.
the Oversoul like exploded, you could just be like, nope.
Yeah, I got sword.
Yeah.
Man.
Sword logic.
Yeah, sword logic, literally.
Beat the hive.
Yeah.
Nice.
I miss my my discs, my electric discs.
Oh,
that was
yeah,
fun.
the
That was fun.
Bowcaster, dude. I
Mhm.
know, right?
Just
Like,
throwing it down a hallway and just like guarding down.
hey, so I don't know if a lot of people miss it, but there's a new exotic sword, and the only real gameplay footage we saw was in the main Forsaken Vidoc that they put out, and it was a real quick clip, and literally he jumps in the air and does the R2 in the air and swipes the sword, and 3 void projectiles came out of that sword when he did that. So we will be able to throw projectiles from a sword again in some fashion.
Good, because it's the future. I mean,
Good.
What?
yeah, it's the future. I mean, every time I look at these movies like Marvel and superhero movies, I mean, they got spaceships and time distortion devices
A lot of
and
pew pews.
yeah, a lot of pew pew. But then come the big guys and they have axes and sword. And I'm like, where are the miniaturizing ray guns that we used to have with Flash Gordon? I mean, where's creativity gone? It's down the toilet. Yeah, well,
Hey, you know what? Their creativity went off with them supers, though. I looked at a gameplay footage, the new Titan Striker, dude. He's literally like,
Oh yeah, yeah.
like,
Super,
like he
it wa-
just, dude, it was so sick.
My plan needs
he
me.
went from Captain America to Iron Man in one full DLC.
Yeah, freaking. I can't wait to play the Warlock, though. Not just for the Stormcaller beam, but like the Void one. I really want to play with the Void one where he's literally like just.
Yeah,
I mean, it's like Blink on crack. So
that's
Oh, yeah.
crazy, and he just
Yeah,
it is
explodes with energy.
amaze
You know,
balls.
just take videos of the gameplay when you guys go down to con.
What? I'll try. I mean,
Yeah, game capture.
you
I asked
can.
that question to a few people, and
Yeah.
it's. I think there will be, but I don't have an external thumb drive to bring, so
I gotta buy one.
I'm really debating if I want to. I only have one external hard drive, but it has all of my like machinima and stuff.
I mean, you use one of these.
A
Use
what?
a phone.
A
A
phone?
phone. Yeah. This
My
is
phone.
a phone. It has
What
a
is
camera
that?
right here.
I've never seen that before.
And with the camera, you
Wait.
can record yourself doing things.
Wait, can we bring a flash
Why am
drive
I
or
talking like this?
does it have to be external hard drive or can it be like a flash drive, like a thumb drive?
I
No,
don't
the
know, like-
camera, the phone
Oh.
camera
No,
stores the video
no,
inside
not
the phone. and then
I get that.
Call the internet.
I get that.
And you
No.
you can put it there, and we can all share.
I'm not sharing with you.
Womp womp.
Well,
Actually,
everyone got it.
download Periscope. That's what you need. Periscope. The Periscope, the whole damn thing. In fact,
No,
hang
but-
the phone on your neck with the thing with the lanyard and like Periscope the whole thing. It'll be upside down, but we'll take it.
I was talking to Lay's Summerstone about this Watermelon Exo guy. He said that they had external thumb drives and that did the trick, and I was just like, damn, like if I can get one, I'll try to, but I also don't know how they're having it set up. I think he said something like they had and this was at the Destiny 2 reveal event back in, geez, last year
Way back in the
before
day.
E2 came out. They had, or no, it was a capture event. I forget who said it, but anyway, they said that out of all the computers they had one station that had the Elgato stuff in the setup. So that's kind of what I'm expecting to see, but we'll find out when we get there. Me
I'm
and Jay are
guessing.
going, so we're gonna be able to really
Right. So here's what you
see
can
what's
do.
up.
You can take your controller, right, and imagine this is the I have the monitor right in front of me, right, and you can do this, and then this guy, Jay can take his phone and stand right behind you and do an over the shoulder shot of you playing the game.
Yeah, I don't know, man. That might. I mean, hey, however it works,
I mean,
however we can get it to work.
if that's what we gotta do, we gotta do. I mean, I don't know. I'm definitely gonna buy a flash drive and see how we can make it happen. Is it gonna be like I guess PS4, right?
I believe. Oh man, that's a good question. No, it's got to be PCs. I think it's all PCs.
I don't know because I've seen, or maybe they had controllers on PCs because I've
Yeah,
seen gameplay footage of like
Mhm.
the E3 event, and they were playing. You know, it's a triangle and circle and stuff like that. So I'm assuming PS4 is the
yeah.
setup.
I don't. It might be PS4s, man. I really don't know. But like I
I
said, we're
would
literally a few days
assume
away from finding out.
I would assume something with PS4 just because
Sony exclusive deals.
yeah, just because of Sony exclusives and
All right, guys.
Activision has a deal with Sony and stuff like that. So
So just to build up on the hype, what is the thing that you most want to see this year, or the person you most want
At,
to see this year?
at
Person?
Guardian Con.
Oh, Guardian Con.
Yeah.
Um. I got a few, man. I mean, I'm always looking forward to see Triple Rack. Triple Rack's always cool to watch. Always cool to meet. Looking forward to meet She's Nice, my girl, and I really want to meet her, and very excited to watch the discussion, mental health discussion. And probably Ninja. Honestly, Ninja's cool.
I think for me, I'm looking forward to networking with a lot of people. I mean, like as
Oh yeah,
far
for
as
sure.
like being there at the event, Gambit, hands down, that's a no-brainer. Gonna check that out
Bungie
as much
people
as I
too.
can. Yeah, I definitely want to meet as many Bungie people as I can since I've never got. Well, I met Deej and Cosmo and the other gentleman that was there last year, but that was very brief and we had to wait in line forever. So there's gonna be a big team there this year that will probably be a little bit more spread out and easier to mingle with. But I really want to meet the Bungie folks. I want to meet a lot of the folks from the other podcasts, Guardian Radio, Fire Team Chat. Catch up with those guys again, like I did last year. I want to see, Planet Destiny, Moonvald, the Black Link, and Dan Finity will be there. Mega Magwitch will actually be there too. They worked that out. I got to meet Mega last year, so I'm looking forward to networking mostly. Obviously promote the show here and just get a chance to meet new potential guests in the future, and just really um, put face to name on a lot of people we've been talking to over the last year. It was the biggest thing for me is it was so cool to meet Jay in person last year, and then some of the other people in the community that I got to play the game with and stuff, and meeting people for the first time in person that you've been playing with for months, years, whatever is always really really cool.
It is.
So I'm very much looking forward to expanding on that experience again this year, and just kind of taking in all that it has. And then of course, the St. Jude, uh, whenever they get up on stage and do their thing, I definitely want to kind of tune into that because that's what we're all there for too, And they have representatives coming out, so I'm just gonna try my best to absorb everything that it is as much as I can in the 2 days, and geez, and there's so much though. It's like I don't even know how I'm gonna do it because Digital Extremes with Warframe's gonna be there, Fortnite official representation, Bungie official representation. They got people that like to play Magic the Gathering. The people that run those tournaments are gonna be there running tournaments.
Like a it's gonna be like a FIFA tournament too.
Yeah.
I
There's
read
a
about this.
Yeah, dude, this can be crazy.
it's
That
really turned into not just Destiny. It's really turned into
a gaming
a
event.
gaming convention at the Florida Convention Center.
And
So
not only that, not only that, we had the convention center, but then all these meetups too. Like there's like meetups for breakfast.
yes,
There's meetup at a ramen shop I saw on the Guardian Con app. There's
nice.
so many meetups that like I feel like last year I did a terrible job at like meeting people and like actually going to these meetups. I didn't go to Hard Rock Hotel. I didn't go anywhere else. I was just there with my people, my friends, but which is cool. But I feel like I didn't venture out and meet new people and socialize that much. Um, so I think this year I'm gonna do a lot more of that. Go to meetups and then also socialize a lot more. I mean, I still have I have a ton of cards I didn't give away either. So I start doing those and give away
Yep.
our cards too.
Yeah,
Podcast.
no, yeah. Actually, I got a box of 250. I'm gonna split those with Jay, and we're gonna be handing them. Um, is there any other before we do our final plugs? Is there any other things we wanted to bring up, guys and gal?
Yeah, yeah. Looking forward to
Anything
Guardian
we
Con,
want
man. Cannot
to?
wait.
Yeah, just hype for Guardian Con, right? And then it's actually kind of good timing with the way we do our show during the week because we're doing the show tonight, and then we're basically gonna pack up and go to Guardian Con, and then literally do the next show a couple days right after we come back. So Jay and I are gonna have a lot to go over with all of you listening in, and stay tuned for that. We will be having a special guest come on the show sometime after Guardian Con. I'm not sure if it's going to be the immediate show after or the following week. I've got to get with him, but Guardian Outpost has agreed to be a guest on the show. So keep a listen out for that. Guardian Outpost is an OG in the Destiny community and a good friend of ours.
Yep.
Dave.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Dave. Oh, Dave.
Dave. Oh
Oh
man.
yeah, Go
All
is
right,
gonna.
Gio's
Yo.
bringing the D, and we don't know when
Oh
which.
yeah, Geo and his big D. It's coming
Yeah.
hard. Wait, is
Bees
that
knees. Oh
The
man.
bee's knees. All right,
That's
Bees
you
knees
look for it.
showing up,
he's the
son?
reason why
So
a lot of us met.
yeah, he really is.
Yeah.
Actually, Guardian Outpost. I think all four of us met through him. Yeah,
I met you through there. I saw
Angel, didn't I?
I,
Kind of somehow. Isn't
I
that how I
think
met you?
so, some
I,
way.
I
Yeah,
saw
it's been a
I
couple of
recognized
years.
Contrabang's name in Guardian Apple chat too. So
Yeah, yeah. So
Yeah,
we're gonna be
yep.
glad to have him
I
on.
met Helmut, yeah, Coben and Pouty.
Coven and Pouty, right?
yeah.
Yeah,
Good
and
God.
then we were
But
all
but
in each
here's the
other's
thing about
streams.
Guardian. I the way I met him is I tweeted one day when I was going to stream, and I had 26 followers back then. And this is when I was thinking, oh man, I'm gonna do streaming for a living, and then I opened a channel, and that lasted about a week. But anyways, during that week, he retweeted one of my messages and says, "This guy's almost at 30. Let's push him to 30. 30 hype. Road to 30 hype or whatever." And I'm like, "Who the hell is Guardian Output? And why is he?"
Yeah.
But the funny thing is, then I go to his profile, and I probably bring this up when he's on our stream, on our podcast. He had about 50 followers. So I'm like, what is this guy with 50 followers telling
Yeah.
people to go watch me when I have 30? It's like, who? What the hell? But I guess he did that for a lot of people and really ground, that follow button for everybody else, and and that's one of the things that
Yeah,
makes him
that support small stream hashtag before it got really like
Yeah,
played
and
out.
we're gonna, we're gonna talk about that when we have him on because it definitely evolved, and that's a conversation. There's a big conversation around that we're gonna
Yeah.
talk about,
Yeah.
and I think it'll be good too because it might, after we have him on, it might give a little bit clarity to how it all got started because it was him that started it, and that actually spawned two or three variants of the hashtag. And yeah, I definitely have that in my notes to go over. We'll go over it with him, and but yeah, we're gonna be happy to have him next week. That's gonna be about all the time we have for this evening. I want to say thanks to everybody that's listening in or that was on the Twitch live stream. So we do apologize for the technical difficulties. That was on my part. The ISP was having a little bit of a meltdown. So I do apologize for that. But uh, one thing I want to plug at Erik's request. Once again, Erik Digital was not here this evening. He's feeling well. Best wishes to him. Hopefully, he starts feeling better. But he wanted me to remind me to plug the community. So if you all want or have any questions for us on the show, please send them in to our Twitter at Travelers PC. That way, if y'all want us to answer any questions live on the show, we'd be more than happy to make that a permanent segment in our show each week. So definitely hit that follow button. Follow us on Twitter. You can follow us here on Twitch, twitch.tv/Travelers Podcast. We record live every Tuesday around 9:30 p.m. Eastern. So you can check us out then. But once again, the questions, community questions, any kind of things that you want us to talk about or fun topics or anything like that, we'd love to hear from you. So
Please do.
on that. Yep. So other than that, where can everybody find you, Miss Angel?
You guys can find me on Twitter and Instagram at angel_0 and on Twitch at angel0 with a 3 and 7E and 0.
Mr. Contrabang?
Oh, well, contrabang.com will do. That's contra, like counter, but contra with a bang, like bang bang time. And actually, hashtag bang bang time or at bang bang time is also another Twitter account I have. But let's just stick to contrabang.com. Make you comfortable.
Mr. J.
Mr. J. Oh my God. You can find me at basically any type of social media besides Facebook at CrayZJaye, CrayZJaye. That's for Twitch, Twitter, Snapchat, Instagram, any type of social media. You'll find me under that name. Not Mr. J.
Aw, pudding, Mr.
Oh
J.
my God.
Yes, it's burned and etched in stone. It's done. Where it's forever.
Damn.
Yep.
Jesus.
Anyway, I really wanna Jay and Contra were saying, on their stream, since they do the live streaming. Angela, you stream too. Where can people find your stream? I don't think you said that.
Angel0 with 3 and 7E.
Okay.
I'm not streaming right now just because I have puppies, but
people love puppies though.
Come on, you just blew it. You should have said for the puppies.
For the
puppies. God.
But seriously, to all the listeners, Angel, Contra, and Jay stream quite often. Definitely check their streams out. They're amazing folks. They do amazing content, and we definitely get a lot of laughs, especially when they're playing Fortnite, Battle Royale, or Struggle Bus raid carries, whatever what have you. It's a good time, and they're always open to play with you guys, the community. So definitely hit them up. My name is The Helmet Fire. You can follow me on Twitter at The Helmet Fire. You can follow my YouTube. That's kind of where I have my creative outlet. I don't stream anymore, but you can find me on YouTube. I do Destiny-related videos, montages, and creative stuff. There is Destiny Machinima in the works that you're going to want to stay tuned to. Definitely stay tuned to my Twitter for that. I'm working on a machinima called The Last Blade Dancer. It is a Destiny cross Star Wars thing with lots of special effects and lightsabers and funny. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Lots of stuff like that. So definitely keep a lookout for that. And then the show. You can follow the show on Twitch, twitch.tv/Travelers Podcast, Tuesdays, 9:30 Eastern. We do it live. And then our Twitter is at Travelers PC. You can follow us on iTunes and SoundCloud as well. Make sure you drop us a review if you like the show or if you think there's something we could do better. We totally appreciate your feedback, and we appreciate everyone showing up live tonight. Thanks for all the follows and views and interaction. We love hearing from you guys. Send us your questions. And then, and that's, like I said, that's about all we have time for. And we'll see you all next time on Travelers.
See ya.